Hi, I'm Aaron Park, and I will be your financial advisor here at Friendship Financial Advising today. So it looks like you're not sure about the status of your job. So you're not sure if you'll be laid off or if you'll continue your job in the next months. And it looks like you have $5,000 in your savings account with no debt, which is fabulous. And you're wondering if you should open up a credit card right now for the long-term benefits. So I will be here to provide you with some information on what is a credit card, first of all, and how it could impact your financial life. So pretty much the positives and negatives that a credit card brings. A credit card is essentially what you use to pay for goods and services that you need right away, such as a car. It could be even for groceries, and it could be even used for clothing. You must use it in a smart fashion because let's say you owe the bank by the end of this month $500. If you're not able to pay for this $500, it could negatively impact your credit score. So your credit score is what is used to tell the bank if you are a trustworthy person who is capable of paying off loans. And those loans could be anything from buying a house, taking out a loan to start your own business, and just even a loan in general. So your credit score is something that will be impacted by your credit card. And in the long run, if your credit score isn't at its best, you may have some troubles in finding let's say a house or something that you want. So now it's also important that you invest and you save as the months go by, because let's take a look at your situation. You're saving money, but if you have to save money so that you're prepared when you're financially prepared when you get laid off, since you have no income by that point. But if, let's say, you invest in let's say the stock market, or let's say you buy a piece of land or a house that you give out for rent, that is something we call passive income, which is income that you get without working. So let's say you give someone your house for rent, then they will pay you a certain amount of money every month, which is so let's say $2,000. So every month you're earning $2,000 without working. So that is really what will help you in the long run, because even if you don't work, you have a steady income that keeps flowing in and keeping your financial keeping up your finance. So now I see that you have a few questions for a credit card and what it could do. So I see your first question is what's the difference between a major credit card and a retail store charge card? So first off, the biggest difference is that a major credit card can be used for any place. So you could get it to order ice cream, and you could go to buy some clothes, and you could go to any store or restaurant and just use the credit card and you'll be all good. But a retail store charge card is something that you could only use at that store. So let's say you have a Target retail store charge card. You'll only be able to use that card at Target. Another big difference is interest. So interest is really something that it's sort of like paying back the bank with an additional fee because you borrowed that money. So a credit card will have interest attached with the total amount of money that you owe, and then a retail storage card will just have you pay however amount of money you owe them. So let's say you spent $500 on clothing and toys at Target, then you will only owe $500 to Target because you used that retail store charge card. However, if you did that with a credit card, you might have to owe them $525, where that $25 comes from the interest rate. So now moving on to your second question about what an interest rate is and how it affects the total amount owed by on a credit card. So as I stated before, an interest rate is something that builds up when you spend money on a credit card. So let's say the interest rate is 5% on some credit card. So as I stated before, let's say if you spend $500 with a credit card, by the end of that month, you will owe them $525 total, because that $25 comes from the interest rate. So I also see that you have a question on the present moment, which is your income and how much you should save for your on each paycheck. So a good rule of thumb is about 20%, around 20%, 30% of your net income. So that's everything after your expenses and taxes. And I just say this because you could save amount like X% of money from your paycheck. And then what I would actually advise you is try to invest in some short-term stocks, or even invest long-term, so then that way you can buy property and then give out for rent. So then that will not only help you with your credit score, since you have passive income, but you also have but by that time you might not even have to work, and then you might have, let's say you have like 4 properties, you'll be able to earn about like $5,000, $6,000 per month without doing anything, which can't do any harm to your financial life. So I hope this helped, and thank you for listening to my advice. See you next time.